welcome to the Diamond Lounge. You're here with me, your host, Donnie C, and of course...
What it do? It's your boy, Scrappy Doo.
So...
I make you laugh, though.
I never know how your intro is going to be.
You know what I'm saying? I already know it.
You know, sometimes you do extra.
I keep a smile on your face and shit, you know what I'm saying? Hey, what can I say?
If you say so. But today, you know, we're going to follow up on what's going on in our previous conversation. And we're going to talk about support. I'm calling it support. The support that we are receiving out there. So I wanted to start, though, with the whole part of that support is talking about defund the police. And Scrappy, you know, we kind of briefly touched on it. Did you get any?
What you mean briefly touch? We didn't briefly touch on it.
We did touch on it separately. What is your take on it at this point?
I told you I got two different
Okay, so what did you get?
So you tell me what it really means.
The thing is, okay, so defund the police really is horrible wording. I don't know who made it up. I don't know where they came up with that, because it sounds just the way it sounds horrible, you know, because it sounds like people and it sounds like people are trying to say take away the police. And the reason why I call it horrible wording is because that's not essentially what defund the police is supposed to mean. What?
Oh, okay. So now you can say what it's supposed to mean.
It's supposed to mean.
Go ahead.
Basically, like redistributing some of the funds that go to the police. Not all, not take, you know, but redistribute some of those funds to other areas and other things that should do the jobs. Like, you know, police get called for everything. Mm-hmm. Even stuff that it's like that shouldn't involve the police. Like that should have been something handled some other kind of way. You know what I'm saying? So what defund the police is talking about is saying, you know, instead of funneling all of this money here to this one entity to take care of everything, let's funnel this money in other areas, to other places, to other things, you know, like to more mental health establishment or more substance abuse establishment or whatever, just other things that can also be over and monitor this, you know, situation, as opposed to always making everything a police matter.
But see, that was all right. Now that's why I was saying that I got two different answers when I looked it up. The first one that you had said about like getting rid of police and we policing our own, and then that to where like take some of the money and put it towards. So that's why I was saying I got two different. So that left me confused.
And that's why, because that's what I'm saying. Because when you use that term, I feel like when you use that term, you get the militant people that are like, yeah, down with the police.
Yeah.
You get that, and then you get the people that are like, you know, wait, pump your brakes. This is not what we talk about. You know, we talk about something else. So, I personally, I'm not for, you know, completely dismantling and taking away police. Like, I think that's kind of crazy.
No, like, no. You can't fool this goddamn shit be number chaos.
Yeah, exactly.
She might well say it be
I'm like,
it be purge really going on around this motherfucker, because you doing anything you want without being penalized.
So that's why I was like, that's kind of ridiculous. I'm like, don't take this, and that's why I labeled, you know, titled this pseudo support, because I'm like, y'all don't get ridiculous with it. Like, you do need checks and balances. You do need systems. The only thing we should be fighting for is the fact that the police have those same checks and balances, you know, instead of these unions that save them from everything, or just the blue code that saves them from everything and that they, you know, allows them to do anything. No, they should have the same checks and balances that they're supposed to be upholding. Mm-hmm. So when they're breaking those laws, they get the
same punishment as a regular person.
Exactly. Not just completely banning, you know, away with police. Like, that's crazy. That's just dumb.
Oh, and that'll work if you had people with the right mind state that know how to control, you know,
themselves,
their communities, you know, like, because you're going to have somebody to,
and that's,
you know, control, say communities and penalize people when they is doing wrong and whatever the case may be.
But even those things, everything in life is going to always need checks and balances, because whenever you give any entity too much power, look at your freaking president right now, wilding out. Whenever you give anything too much power without any check, you're going to always get corruption. It's going to always go south, because human beings are just kind of just not the best people. They're not.
We think, but we don't think.
I can't. Yeah, the character of human beings is just questionable. It's flawed. It's just flawed. We were born in sin. I mean, we're flawed people. So you can't just ever have anything in a position that is never checked. That's gonna, have us all screwed. So, yeah, have those. You can create those entities in the community that can oversee certain things in that community, but even that entity needs to have some kind of check.
Yeah. So somebody to police them too. Like just using the word police. Even if you have somebody that is monitoring the neighborhood, you need somebody else to police them too, so they won't be abusing their authorities as well.
Yeah.
So I get that.
And so that's what defund police is about. It's like, okay, let's funnel some money into having an establishment like that, over this community, whatever. But like I said, it's still gonna always have to have a check, and utilize police for actual dire situations, like actual, criminal or dangerous activity or whatever, that they're supposed to be protecting and serving for. So that's my take on that or whatever. Want to touch up on that, and also want to touch up on, so the Democrats, God bless them, they did this picture of kneeling with the kente cloths and all that kind of stuff, whatever. And it's supposed to be in support of Black people, Black Lives Matter, and all that kind of stuff.
The kente cloth.
All of it. The kente cloth, the kneeling, all of that. So
it's kente cloth named after Kente? Or what?
I don't know. I don't know. Look.
See, look, you ready to get it. You ready to say, that's such a dumb ass. Such a dumb ass up.
I mean,
that's why when you did your hand like this, you had to raise it back down. Like, you know what?
That because
this kind of makes sense.
I was like,
he do have kind of.
I was like, that's a valid question, and it probably needs some research. And I don't know the full history of the kente cloth.
So any one of our listeners out there that's that's a historian,
please
help us out on why they call the kente cloth the kente cloth.
But anyway, so what is your take on that scenario? Like, what happened? How did you feel about that?
Explain what really went on. Because like I say, all thing I seen was the people dealing with the shit on with the kente cloth.
Well, just that image. Like, what did you feel about that image?
I just feel like they were just just some form of saying we here with y'all, like we supporting y'all too. You know what I'm saying? Like you're not alone. You're not fighting this fight by yourself. We know it's some shit being done wrong out there, and we see it too as well. We ain't blind to the fact.
Okay.
So
that's awesome. I guess.
But that's awesome and all, but it's bullshit.
I didn't feel that way. I just felt like it gets you. There's a line of support and exploitation, mm-hmm. And I felt like they were crossing that line, even though I know they were given that by the Black woman chair of whatever. Every idea is not a good idea, so just because someone brought it up doesn't mean you should have ran with it, and I just felt like that was not the thing to do. It seemed too much like a stage photo op to me, and that's
like let's all get together and let's do this, and hey, you take a picture.
Yeah, like how when you see, like, because social media is fake because the reason why people say it's fake because people just want you to see my good deed, like, oh look, I'm donating, look at me, I'm giving this, or I'm helping this person, look at so it's like, if it was genuine, you don't need that picture.
If somebody else just caught you doing it, then that's different.
Exactly.
Like, don't do it don't do it yourself.
Don't create a platform to, what I'm saying? It's I equate that with that man walking to the little church to hold up the Bible, just take a picture. I really did. I feel like it's the same. He is sending a message to his people. He trying to rally his. Look at me with my Bible.
Like look, I'm supporting y'all.
I'm still a Christian. I'm doing, so all Christians. Yeah, he was doing that, and I feel like that was doing the same thing. However, I do want to point out though, even though I still feel that way about that picture.
But I get why I get what you feel from it. I get what you're saying with it. Like I say, I guess if somebody else that was just passing by or that was in the area had took the picture,
that might have been different.
Then it would have been different because but not okay, we gonna get together on count of 3.
Yeah,
1, 2,
what's
3?
3?
Boom, take a picture. All right,
hands up. No, because everything about it was the kneeling. I was like, it's just too much. But anyway. With that being said about that picture, though, and how I feel about that, they did start something that was positive. I need my phone. I had to stop recording this. They did start to implement some laws for what were the laws? Oh, I need my phone. They did start implement some laws, okay, about reforming. I want to say making lynching a crime, a federal crime, and something else about black people. They did put work in. So I do want to acknowledge that and give them credit.
The same people that were kneeling.
Yes, the Democrat. That's what I'm saying. And this is all on the same day.
Okay.
So I do want to acknowledge that they're not exactly like Trump. They actually did something, but it was just still like you kind of went by the wayside in my opinion. So I wasn't here for that. Yes, like she said, they pulled the Trump thing, and that's what I wasn't here for that because, and this like, 'cause we have another photo. I'm like, it gets to a point where the support received is not really. It's for you as opposed to the cause.
Yeah.
So we have a picture.
I get the same way you say with the looting shit. Like,
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like
we stealing TVs,
no,
supporting because now I got this big 75-inch in my living room. It had nothing to do with the cause.
Exactly.
Okay.
So we have this other picture that I'm gonna put up real quick to kind of show you what I'm talking about. So this female, apparently not black, since there seems to be some confusion. She is at a protest.
Like she mixed to me.
She's at a protest talking about stop shooting. I want mixed kids. Ma'am, that when I first saw that, I was so pissed. I don't even like calling women bees, but
I was like that one. They say if you suck black dick, then you should maybe support Black Lives Matter or some shit like that.
Even because you know what, even that I will respect more than that one, because her sign was all selfish. I want mixed kids. Like, so you don't care about the black lives that's being lost. What about the women, the black women that see? And that's another thing that's really irritating me, because it's almost like the focus is only on black men getting brutalized and not black women. This is happening across genders, right? This discrimination, and that needs to be addressed.
Yeah, I guess since you see more men get done, so that's why it's highlighted more than.
No,
I'm not saying, but I'm just saying.
But I'm saying her sign was nothing but glorifying herself. It was all about her. I want mixed kids, which ain't, like I said, that's not support. You just following a trend to me at that point. It's cute. Let's go protest, y'all. Let's get our cute outfits together and have our signs. You're not really about anything, and that's you could have stayed home.
Yeah, I wonder how many people shot at her that day.
Cause y'all probably did shoot.
Who was y'all? I ain't gonna protest. Press social distance.
No, so
this is my protesting platform.
Whatever.
Stand up for the cause.
So how did you take the sign?
I've been laughing. Because it's a lot of shit that I just don't even.
Hey, Lizzie.
That I don't even just too much pay even like attention to like that. I just laugh and keep on going. Like I don't sit there and be like, you see this shit? Look at these motherfuckers. Like I just.
See, but I do, because it's tarnishing. Like it's diminishing the cause. Like it's taken away from what it is actually about, and
that's true.
It's making a mockery of it. Like I said, that was a bullshit sign, and you a bullshit stance. Like everything about it was just BS, and not about what we going through.
Yeah, it's true. But like I said, stuff like that, I don't pay too much energy. Put too much energy in.
We need to start putting energy.
Put energy in and giving her that mixed baby.
I'm moving on.
You already know I gotta say something for shock value. Shock value. That's all it is.
I gotta move
I
around.
think we bullshitting my lounge.
You do not. See, the thing is, he likes to say it's BS, but it really.
Oh no, I don't say it's BS.
See,
I just say it's just be shock value, just to rattle the cage a little
it
bit.
ain't shock the people that know you. That's
They be like,
what
come on,
say.
nigga, goddamn, nigga, be for real for once. Sometimes, you know, say you gotta throw a little something in there to get people laughing, you know.
If that laughter doesn't move to movement and action, it's wasted.
Movement and action is gonna be in making the mixed baby.
Bye. So, anyway, we also wanted to touch up on. So, in the midst of all of this, you know, there is real quick also with the whole fake support thing. So, I'm also, what makes me kind of cringe is I'm looking at businesses, everyone now is putting out their, you know, support for Black Lives, you know, Black Lives Matter and all that kind of stuff. All the people, all the entities, all the the Fortune 5, all the people now that previously, you know, were like, no, that all lives matter or blue lives matter or whatever they were all about.
Why you gotta make these voices?
Because that's what I do.
What is going on?
Look, I talk with my head. I'm an animated person. That's what I do.
Yeah, but so. Oh, look at my son.
Yeah. I told you, I gotta make sure you know it ain't me.
Oh shit! God damn.
I'm speaking for them.
Oh, okay. I see. I get it. So is this more so you can picture? Picture them saying it.
You gotta picture someone else. Like it's like Martin when he used just the white man. That's what I'm trying to imitate. Come on, Martin.
Bob.
I'm trying to be Bob real quick. But yeah.
Hammer pants, man. Hammer.
Yeah. So, all the people that
Be
were
serious. Come
previously
on now.
like that, now they're all about Black Lives Matter. You know, which is cool. That's great. You know, the change in the climate and the change in the support and the change in understanding, I'm for, and I 100% support that. However, I'm also like, but now it's about action. So putting your money, putting your endorsements, putting that where your mouth is. Like, instead of just making your little cute posts and your little cute signs and your little cute emails and all of that kind of stuff, no. What are you actually doing as a company with your funds and everything else to actually say, hey, we do get it. Now this is how we're showing our support, as opposed to just putting up your cute sign to make sure you keep your business. Because now people are starting to also realize black dollars matter.
Yeah, I keep buying from them since they is supporting us.
Exactly. Okay. Oh yeah. You supporting that? Okay, I'm gonna keep going there. No, see, black people, this is a awakening. Like, I know people been saying they've been woke all this time, but now it's like for real.
It should be fake woke, man.
Exactly.
Because people pick and choose to be woke on. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, if it's just something that they really into, then they'll be.
I'm woke.
They'll go.
Eyes open.
Nah, they'll probably go to sleep, take a little nap on that one. Like, just say for instance the Gucci shit. That shit only lasted. That shit only lasted for a little bit.
I'm still anti-Gucci.
And then now with the Starbucks shit that went on with the Starbucks situation.
I was so mad about it. I had just bought from them.
Yeah, you know, and then there's something I seen in the comments. Somebody say,
well, I'm still going there.
I don't know. I mean,
I gotta have my Starbucks.
You know, and then now they got you can wear a pen or some shit. Now they saying
I think so.
Came back
a shirt. I think a shirt and a
came back and said some bullshit
and people like, oh yeah.
See,
now we can support them again. Nah, where they put their money? Like stop. That's what I'm saying. Like stop. Just
I ain't gonna pretend to be all the way woke. You know what I'm saying?
You ain't gotta be all the way.
But now I ain't talking about that. I'm talking about to where I be lashing out, speaking about all this different stuff. You know how these people want to be woke until it's something that affects the shit that they like, and then that's when they
Like that's not that. Y'all doing too much.
Well,
it's going too far.
You know what I'm saying? Like, well, we just only gonna do it for this, just for this certain amount of time, and then, and then that's it. Like, nah, if you gonna be woke, motherfucker, don't go to sleep. Like,
stay your ass up.
Stay your ass up. Take an Adderall, motherfucker. Don't sit there and just do it when it's, what I'm saying, for the moment. Then be like, well, like I said, for the Gucci shit.
And like it's
we're gonna stop wearing for 3 months, and then we'll go back to doing it. Like
that was the dumbest. That was the dumbest protest ever.
No, this is what you gonna do. This is what you gonna do. You gonna try to stand up for something. This is what you stand up for.
Stand on it. Stand on it until they actually do something.
But like I said, it be for motherfuckers that be out there just want to be 100% woke. You know what I'm saying? Don't.
See, but no, my thing is, I'm not even trying to, because I'm really not trying to separate or divide, between, the real woke and the fake woke. All I'm saying is, like, really be about something, and stand on it. Not just stand on people's words, like, actually make people show you something. And this goes across boards, because like you said, people do want to be like, I'm in support until it affects something about them. Like, even with the beauty supplies and all that kind of stuff. Black women, why are we spending so much money on these beauty supplies? And they don't support black people whatsoever, like at all. And they are proud of that. Like they like they have no shame in acknowledging that they don't support, or they're not going to support, any kind of black cause, because it don't bother them, because they just want your money.
Post up right in the hood, goddamn it.
Always, they own every, and it's like, we need to shut this kind of stuff down. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, stand for something. Like, buy your bundles from a black woman or something. Buy your wig from a black woman. Like, there's plenty of natural, black owned and made hair care products. It's probably better for you anyway than the chemicals in these beauty supply. Like, there's so much black to support that you don't have to settle for someone that cares nothing about you. Has such disregard for you outside of your money. Okay, so if they're not willing to support and put their money into you when you are funding, like, beauty supplies are funded. If I would say 100%, but I don't like doing no kind of numbers because I don't know all the way. So I'll say 90% by black people, and that's like $1 billion industry. Yeah. All black money.
That's what they post up in the hood. Shit. Even the nail techs or whatever and all this shit.
All black money.
That's what they post up in the hood, because shit, they already know.
So that's what I'm saying. Like,
little ling finna get you right.
Do better with see that they're gonna say you racist. All I'm saying is do better with your spending.
Kim. See, can't sound racist off Kim. Yeah. Then they go all three, white, black.
All racist.
Yeah, all racist. Kim.
So just do better with where you spend it and funneling your funds. All right. I would hope that you look into how those people care about you, because at some point we gotta get out of the fact of how we look. Like, and I think that's what traps black people is we got so stuck on, I gotta put out an image, I gotta put out a look, I gotta look fly, and basing our flyness off of these standards, and we gotta change that.
Yeah.
I hate when you just nigga.
I have no comeback.
You don't have no quick snap.
I have no comeback. Because like I say, shit, I know I be fucking up. That's what I say. I don't try to act like I'm all the way woke, but I try. I know that. Black on, shirt right now. You know what I'm saying? I try to support. You know what I'm saying?
So do I.
Even if it ain't just the shirt, or even if it's just a post, I try to support. You know what I'm saying? Much as I can. Well, I can say much as I can. I try to support some form of fashion. That's what I'm looking for right there.
Some form of fashion.
Some form of fashion. I try to show some type of support.
I guess. So with that being said, like I said, I challenge everyone to, find, if possible, any alternative to what your norm is to a black-owned business, minority-owned business, if the place you're funding ain't about supporting you.
And giving two shits about you.
So that's what I challenge everybody to do. And if not, and I also challenge you to at least spending your money on one black-owned business in some kind of capacity this week. I don't care. There's black-owned coffee shops. There's black-owned restaurants. There's black-owned retailers. There's black-owned hair supply. There's black-owned so just somewhere spend your dollars black. Okay, like because it sucks that in American society, people don't listen until you hit their pocket.
Yep. Then I don't know why we be scared to spend money with each other.
I don't either. Cause you
About
get
the black dollar.
I've gotten bad customer service, from anybody. So I don't know why it's like. But if it's black people that give you, bad customer service, all of a sudden I say I can't. So I don't do black. Man, them white people giving you bad customer service all your life. And
Following your ass all around the store and shit.
and then you think you stud on them because you're gonna spend double. Oh, you following me? Yeah. I got money to spend.
You know what? You want something too, Mike? Get you something too.
I got you.
Get you something too. I buy all this shit.
Yeah. What did you prove? You didn't do anything.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay. And now get out my stuff.
You bought out the store. Thank you.
Exactly. I'm like, you look stupid. but they're gonna still go back. They ain't gonna talk. Come on now.
Go back in there and tell me, nah, I don't want her. I don't want him.
I don't want to give her my money.
Give me this. Hey, yeah, man, you get the commission.
And you don't even know.
Look, I'll give you the commission.
And that person was back there talking about you too with the other person. Like, yeah, they came in here. So looking stupid.
I'll give you the commission. Could have been you.
I just do better. So okay.
Oh, that shit funny.
We do have time. So I did want to touch on the B. Simone. B. Simone. Let's do I can't do her tone. The B. Simone.
Baby boy, baby girl.
Yeah, that. So she is for those of you who don't know, she is what would you call her? A social media star? Influencer? Is she her own star now? Has she evolved from social?
She evolved to her own star. She just used that as a platform.
Yeah.
And now she on her own.
She got her own. So, but she started off on social media, and she's on Wild 'N Out. For those of you know, the Nick Cannon improv show. And so she was doing
got her own book now, and
she get makeup on. That's like she has evolved.
Yeah.
Her own empire. So you gotta
get.
Yeah, you know what? Her raps ain't even bad. So you have to give her props. You have to give her some kind of credit, right? But in doing that, Nick Cannon had her on his, radio show or podcast. I can't remember. It was one of those. And he asked her about, I guess, the kind of man she wanted. And she she said she didn't want a 9-to-5. She wanted an entrepreneur. And that, Black Twitter let her have it. They were not here for that. They came for her with guns blazing on everything she's ever done. Because she recently also became a millionaire. She had a goal. She had set a goal that she was gonna be a millionaire before she turned 30, and she recently was doing a countdown to actually achieving that. And
she was showing her process.
Yeah, and she did achieve it. So that's what I'm saying. To me, I'm like, give her props. Like she worked hard. She did it. But yeah, that's part of why people were firing shots at her. So, we did talk about it. I've talked about it with a few people to get different opinions because I know what I think.
How everybody opinion?
I want you to share yours first, though.
I mean, I get it. You know what I'm saying? Shit, you want somebody that like on the same level as you. Mm-hmm. Especially if you're a hard worker and you started out from scratch. And you worked your way up to a certain status. I understand you want somebody of that certain status too. And then I do get the other part of don't forget where you came from. And so, but it's not forgetting where you came from. It's more of a all right, if you meet somebody that you like, just because they have a 9-to-5, I wouldn't say that let that be the I can't fuck with you. Regardless of so you look good, we had good convo and whatever. Once I found out about your job, oh no.
Baby, I'd had good convos with homeless people. That don't mean.
But I'm still saying, but it got to be their mind state. If their mind state is not in all be all with the 9-to-5, it's about they have other goals and achievements just like how you had. If that's just a stepping stone for them to get to where they need to be at, then okay. But now they still stuck on that down here, and while you up here, then I can understand why you like, oh nah, I can't fuck with them because you stuck down there, and I'm still reaching for the stars. You know what I'm saying? You rather stay on ground level. So
So, and I'm gonna make this real quick because we're not going over today. Okay. Look, all cameras. We're not going over today. So, I don't see anything wrong whatsoever with what she said because she said that for herself. Mm-hmm. She didn't down people She didn't be like, oh, them bums, I don't want no 9 to 5. Like, that's sorry. She didn't do any of that. She was just saying, like, she felt like it's just a different mindset from someone who is an entrepreneur to someone who is a 9 to 5er. And truthfully, that's actual. Like, that's the fact. Like, some people don't mind being 9 to 5.
Yeah.
Some people don't, like that's what they want to be. That they find comfort in that. So if you want to call that comfort, because shoot, everyone can get laid off. But they find comfort in, oh, I got insurance, I got benefits, I got this. That's where they want to be, and they, so she wasn't lying about that. There is a different mindset from a 9 to 5er and an entrepreneur. I don't see what was wrong about that. And like I said, she never down the 9 to 5 person. She just like that mindset. She's not for her. So I didn't see anything whatsoever wrong with what she said for her, because that is for her.
Yeah, because she right. She never down talked it. Like I say, you downplayed it, whatever. But like I said, just like how she probably once upon a time had the 9 to 5,
and she said that.
Yeah, she said she did. Yeah, she did say she did.
When she said when she had a 9 to 5, she was with a 9 to 5 person.
But when her mind frame changed, like her mind frame, she had a different sense of goal that she was trying to reach. So that's the only thing I'm sitting there saying. Like, even if you do meet somebody, then once you find out about his job, like, don't let that discourage you from being with them if they don't have the same mindset, as just a 9 to 5 and that's it. If they had the same mindset that you had, where they got goals and achievements that they trying to do, like, don't be like, still, I don't give a fuck, because you still down there, so I ain't gonna give you a chance.
You said down there. She didn't even say down, because let's be real. You could have a 9 to 5 and be banking. Like, that's what I said. Like, she didn't say, "Oh, you down, you're beneath me." Like, she didn't say it like that.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying once you find out a person at 9 to 5, just because they're at a 9 to 5, don't let that determine don't let that determine your relationship. Now, if his mindset is staying down there, then I can understand that determining.
But you keep saying down there.
Well, staying at 9 to 5, that's down there. If you way up here,
no, because see, that's why I'm bad for it. I'm bad for you, B. Simone, because she didn't put it down there. She didn't say that. She said it's just a difference.
No, it is.
You can, because I feel
down
like
there is, down here 9 to 5, self-made millionaire. It's down here.
I feel like you could be up here at a 9 to 5. Hey, you could be down here as an entrepreneur, because you could be struggling.
She don't want to struggle entrepreneur. I bet you she don't.
She don't. But she said 9 to 5 versus entrepreneur. What I'm saying is, she didn't say down here up there. She just said it's a different mindset. Because I'm saying you could be up or down in both positions, but it is a different mindset.
Well, like I say, don't let being at a 9 to 5 determine your relationship if the person has goals and achievements just like how you have. That's something I'm saying.
And I'm saying, ain't nothing wrong. Well, identify what you want for yourself. Yourself.
Okay. But look, all right. So put it like this. Like I said, ain't nothing wrong. Like I said, ain't nothing wrong. That's what I said. That was she's shooting for. That was she's shooting for. Because like I said, she never put nobody down or whatever. But just in the sense, you find this person that, like I said, good communication, whatever you're dating or whatever, and he, he's everything that you like. Oh man, I can see myself being with this person. Then you found out what type of job he was.
Well, I'll find that out first.
You know what I'm saying? But anyway, you know what I'm saying? So don't I say you'll let that determine? Or would you let his mindset with being at a 9 to 5 determine?
That sounds like something that's for a relationship discussion that we will have at another time. At this time, folks, we are gonna go and leave y'all on that cliffhanger. If you want to know what I would say or what I would do, tune into our next relationship segment. Okay? Until then, catch you later. See you for Father's Day.
Drop the diamonds.
See, you trying to make me go over.